Hello ladies and gentlemen, Vic Penn quarterback here. I hope you all are doing well. You know, I get asked this quite a bit, so I figured I'd address it. What's the difference between a virtual QB trainer and a trainer that's physically present on the field while the training is taking place? And first and foremost, a virtual QB trainer primarily is going to focus on preparing the mind of the quarterback. It's very obvious today, watching quarterbacks play, that many of them don't know what they're doing. They are very physically gifted. They are tremendous athletes, and they can, they're big, they're strong, they can throw the ball hard, they're very gifted physically. But they are not successful at playing the position because, in my opinion, they're not being coached properly. And it's not necessarily always the coaching that's the problem. A lot of the times it's conveying the message to the quarterback, where one quarterback may get it, and then the next quarterback, although being coached and trained the same way, the message is not sinking in to this quarterback's mind because it's not being conveyed properly in a way that the quarterback can understand it. So it's very important to understand that each quarterback is different, and each quarterback has to be taught differently, okay? And virtual QB training is going to focus on developing and preparing the mind of a quarterback, learning defenses, learning how to cover a blitz, learning, how to recognize a defense pre-snap to determine what it's going to be in after the snap, learning plays that will beat certain defenses, learning routes that will beat certain coverages, things of that nature. So when the quarterback steps on the field, he's more confident, he's more prepared, so that his physical athletic ability can just take over and play the game. Because what happens is, even though they have tremendous physical, athletic ability, they're not able to utilize it the way that they should be able to utilize it because they're thinking too much. They're holding the ball because they don't know what to do when they hit their fifth step. They're unsure of who's going to be open. They're kind of looking around. They're holding the ball. They're running around. They're getting sacked. They're throwing it away. They're not making plays. They're not getting the ball into the hands of their skill players who can, make big plays for the team. So virtual QB training is definitely going to focus on preparing the mind of the quarterback, but it's also, in my opinion, a more effective way of preparing the physical aspects of the quarterback. In other words, when a trainer is on the field with a quarterback, he's watching a play or watching the quarterback go through a drill, and he sees it one time, and he says, "Johnny, your ball was here, and it should have been here or there or whatever." And Johnny says, "Okay, coach," and goes ahead and, tries to correct it. But sitting down with the quarterback and watching the film of the practice and being able to say virtually, in a conference call, a video conference call, where the quarterback can see the same play that the trainer is seeing and say, "Look, Johnny, see where your ball is? See where it should be here when it's here? You see how your first step is not far back?" And pause and rewind and slow motion it, and really help Johnny understand and see for himself the errors that he's making, is really essential to the proper development of a quarterback. Because watching yourself play, watching yourself practice, and watching yourself be trained is where you learn. It's only a certain percentage of information is going to be retained, when you're out there on the field with the trainer. Your adrenaline's going. You've got a lot of things on your mind. You're trying to focus on a lot of things, and your memory's not going to hold all of that. So virtual QB training is a more effective way of even developing the physical side of a quarterback, because they're able to watch it over and over and over and over and over again. The training is endless. It really is. Because each quarterback is different. Each quarterback will get a customized training video specifically designed for that quarterback, specifically designed and made for the ways the trainer feels that the quarterback needs, in areas that the quarterback needs help with, okay? So it's not just some random, video that the quarterback pops in and says, your 3-step drop is here. This is a specific video, specific training, customized specifically for each quarterback, that is prepared by a quarterback that has played the game and has been coached by some great quarterbacks, all right? And it's very important that you understand that, because to be trained by a defensive lineman on the position of quarterback doesn't make sense, right? So you want to make sure that you're being trained by a quarterback who was successful, who played the game for a long time, who went to, some high levels of football and was around some professional guys and some really good quarterback coaches, so that he can understand what the quarterback is going through. He's been there before. He can teach ways and convey messages to different quarterbacks, because he's able to understand what they're going through. He's been through it before. He understands why this quarterback isn't picking something up the same way that this quarterback may be picking something up, can convey that message properly, and can do it virtually to quarterbacks all around the world, and really help revolutionize the game of football, because it all starts with the quarterback position. You've got to have somebody that has the physical ability, but also has it up here, and that understands it and is coached properly, so that they can let their physical ability run wild on game day, okay? So at virtual QB training, not only are we going to focus on the physical aspects of the quarterback positioning, your footwork, your throwing motion, your mechanics, your form, your technique, your drops, your 3-step drop, your 5-step drop, your ball positioning, your head positioning. All of that's going to come just like regular training, but we're also going to focus on preparing the mind of the quarterback, so that the quarterback understands defenses, is not confused, know when they're blitzing, know when they're not blitzing, know when they're pretending they're blitzing, know how to pick up the blitz, know how to throw hot, know how to get your offense out of a bad play and into a play that has a chance of being successful. We also work closely with the QB coach or the head coach of the football team that the quarterback's on. We will convey the message. The training will be conveyed in the same terminology that the quarterback is using on his football team. So we're here to help the quarterbacks. We're here not to confuse, but to help. And that is why I feel virtual QB training is just a more efficient way of training quarterbacks, especially today with the technology that we have. My name is Vic Penn. Thank you for listening. Have a good day. Bye now.